Blossom blows across the street, billowing through the air, like snow, like particles of the prettiest pollution one could imagine. Pink petals of nature's finest procreational apparatus moving on.
So I found this building last time I traveled through here. It was a wonderful summer day. I went inside and found these old-fashioned faucets releasing water. I poured water into a container and drank. The fresh water was rather good. A simple and elegant system. I decided to stay.
I came home to my house. I had left it 2 years ago and had been traveling up and down the country renting out local cottages on my way. I have to say I was not happy when I realized that someone had been living in my house.
It is odd that you thought it was your house. Where I come from, you cannot have something while you do not use it. It makes no sense. I find this archaic concept of property to be most interesting. Where I live, we operate through a system of usufructuary rights. Much like the tribal societies of earlier Earth, before your bourgeoisie social structures with their conventions of non-oxidizable monies. Do you know what these are?
Look, I own that house. You can't just go in there and act like it is yours. I mean, my parents worked hard for that and I deserve it. What kind of system is this usufructuary rights anyway? Where anyone can take whatever they want. You say I am archaic and yet you live in a world, or so you say, where you live like ancient tribes. You sound half mad to me or more.
You know, when I wake up in the country where I reside, when I am not on my travels, I am content in the knowledge that nobody will take what I need and I will have what I appropriate as I need it, just like you. And we share the suns, the air and the streets as individuals like you do.
But what would stop a person taking another person's house, like you did mine?
Usufructuary rights mean that you cannot take something that I am using. So I am safe to use what I need. But you know, when I no longer need it, someone else can use it. You see, there is a problem with your system of retainership. You force people to retain things or lose their use forever, and then you force people to need to take what they need from you by force or trickery. Otherwise they cannot survive.
Well, look. If my house had been a derelict, residential derelicti, then maybe you could have taken it. You see, we do not just retain things for no use. In fact, if something is not being used for profitable means, then we can lawfully take it. The Latin law residential nullius, for instance, means that anything abandoned belongs to the first taker. This, I think you will agree, is a fine law and lets the world be shared in a useful way.
Ha! But this is like a malformed baby of the simple rights we live under. This res nullius just states that by chance the first person to fence what he comes across can profit and retain it against the use of any others for no reason other than that person happened across the thing one day and was greedy enough to want to own it. And this use, this profitability you speak of. What about the use of land regenerating through rest? What about the use of being available to those in need of it? What about the use of traveling through? What about the use of needs other than profitability? What is this profit you speak of if we get rid of non-oxidizable monies? You are left with encumbrance and petty ownership revolving more around stopping people from accessing use value than building any social value.
If your world is so great, why are you here? If you think yourself so smart, why did you need the use of my old-fashioned faucets and presumably old-fashioned roof, heating, and whiskey? Tell me, who are you and why do you impose on us?
My world is old and tired, but the people are fresh and strong. My world is hollowed out and broken, but it grows fresher by the day. My people live in the ashes of the past, in the results of the solutions sought by the property-minded. I travel to find answers to our predicament, to find peace with our past, and to broaden my mind. I also travel for experience. Tell me, why did you leave such a pretty spot? Such a cozy abode and such fine whiskey.
Like you, I wish to see what is out beyond my immediate horizon. To experience the unknown with my own eyes. I may be from a world you see as archaic, but I too have visions of living a better world. I too believe in the human spirit. I too wish to see equality. And I know that the system we have is the best regulator for any society. Imagine any problem and you will see how the money system will even out without need of jury or moral judgment. Above and beyond our capability, it works its magic to give us what we deserve and repay us our diligence and innovation. I travel so I can learn about how we can make progress and to teach people how to make profit and live mindful lives of happy innovation.
Tell me, you seem like a person who has a good education, a man well versed in the practicalities of life. Tell me, how does a person provide innovation in these times?
How you flatter me. Perhaps you feel a Socratic trick is your method of inquiry, but I will not fall into your trap, though I happily play the game, for I feel there is gain to be had here. You see, with innovation lies progress, and with progress lies profit, and with profit lies value, and with that, well, we live a happy life.
So let me get this right. Innovation leads to progress, and progress leads to profit, and with profit lies a happy life.
Yes, that is what I said.
So perhaps you could answer me what progress means to you.
Yes, certainly. Progress is the most important of things, how we will one day attain a real freedom for all, with technological marvels like nothing anyone has ever seen. If we did not progress, we would be left like the tribes of old, just wandering around aimlessly with nothing to do. And more importantly than that, with progress means an advantage, and this means you can make more profit, and take else away from someone else. This is the best bit. Innovation means we can get ahead. You need an advantage or everyone will buy from someone else, and progress means we always step forward. That is how we make profit. A clear system that drives forward the economy and society with such elegance.
You seem to have it all worked out. I guess I did not understand your system well enough. I guess it seemed that to me, when someone has to make someone else redundant to make a living, that all we see is a fight. A continual fight and never resting on the better ideas but passing them by, only to earn more profit. And all that profit does, is then ask of you to be able to survive, or own so as to alienate more from the use of others. A vicious cycle that rewards the cutthroat over the thoughtful, and the fad over the fastidious rigor of true progress.
The two pour enough bourbon. The trees on the street now bare compared to just earlier that day. The season changes in steps. With the perch of the eye-catching blossom comes the intricacies of the true tree form.